You need to stop settling for average skin tones if you want your image to look rich and expensive. That's why you have to master the soft glow. In this video, I'll be breaking down the science into a replicable workflow, and because I want your image to look similar to mine, I'll be giving away the Powergrade for free. So let's dive in. So first thing first, let's make sure that we have the same project settings. So come down here, make sure that you're on your color science, you're on your DaVinci YROGB, and your timeline color space, you're on your Rec 719A, and output color space Rec 719A too. Just make sure you set this correctly. So this footage was shot by this wonderful filmmaker. You can go check him out. He has some of these footages up for people that want to learn how to color grade, so you could use them to practice and test your hands. So this is what we're going to do. I'll create all the nodes needed to complete this project, then we'll just work on them one after the other. So I'll create two nodes first. I'll name this one CST in, then the other CST out. Okay, good. Then I'll create a couple of nodes here too. Now, if you don't know how to create nodes, to create a new serial node, you click on Option S on Mac, or if you are using Windows, you click Alternate S. So Option S. So I'm going to name this Exposure, name this White Balance, name this Contrast. Let's just put Contrast. Name this Saturation. After creating these four nodes, then we're going to work on skin. So I would do one serial node, and I'll put an outside node. I would explain this when we get there. So an outside node will come in here. This will be for skin. Then after that, I'll create another node, another serial node. Then I'll make this for my density. Okay. Then after that, I'm going to create a couple of parallel nodes. This I would also explain. This would be for our look and any other adjustment that we need to make. Then two final nodes. Okay. One would be for, the last one would be for sharpening, and this would be for our tone curve. Alright, so this is our node tree. So don't get confused or don't get overwhelmed. I would break it down one after the other. So we'll start our CST in and CST out. Okay, so CST in, I'm going to come here and put in my color space transform. Now, if you don't understand what is going on here, you can pause and go check this particular video. I did break down everything that I'm doing one step after the other. So color space transform, I'm going to come here because this was shot on a Sony, so Sony S Gamut, and to shot on S-Log3 down here. Okay, then we are going to change this to DaVinci Wide Gamut and DaVinci Intermediate. Good. And quick one, you can just come here, Ctrl C, copy it, and come to your CST out and Ctrl V. Then all you have to just do is just to swap and change this to your Rec 719 and your output gamma to gamma 2.4. Alright, so that is done. So we have successfully converted this footage from a log profile to Rec 719 using a DaVinci Color Manage workspace. So we'll start with exposure. First thing we'll do in our exposure is I'll come here. I want to really lift up my lift a bit, up high, a little bit more. Now we use our scopes. As you can see that it is peaking down here, almost touching the zero. So I don't want that to happen because this is 0 point. I want to take it up a bit, just slightly up, and raise up my gain. Now mind you, it looks flat because I would also add my contrast to balance that later. So I just want to make sure that my exposure is sitting right properly where I want it to. Good. Now white balance, we're going to change this to linear. Change our gamma to linear. Now I did explain this before on my previous video, so please check that out. Linear, then we'll come to our gain and try to push this in the right place. Let's see if we can use this. Okay, somewhere there looks nice. Contrast, I'm going to add contrast in right now. Here's our curves. Put our editable splines on. Okay, we're just going to do a simple S curve. Just a simple S curve to add contrast. I'm going to push this down a bit. Okay, that looks good. So saturation, we'll use HSV. So using HSV, you come here, change your color space to HSV, then go back and change your channels, turn off channel 1 and also turn off channel 3. Now, I have explained this before, but the reason why we use HSV is because it just works better, okay? It's less aggressive than just coming down to your sliders and pushing this. So we just usually just use HSV. Okay, so make sure this is on channel 2. Then we're going to increase our gain. Increase our gain down here just to bump it up a bit. Okay, somewhere that's fine. Now, this is skin. To do an outside node, after creating one node, you go ahead to use your option O, or you click on this add node and click on add an outside node. Now, what is an outside node? So when we use our qualifier to select, for instance, this skin, the outside node will do the opposite selection. So for instance, if we come to our qualifier, I will select the skin. To see your selection, you click on Shift H. That will show you your selection. I'm going to try to refine this to make sure I select just the skin. Make sure I select just the skin. We can also come back and refine it. I'll just clean my black and clean my white a bit. Okay, so turn that off. Now, if you notice what happened here, your outside node is going to create the opposite layer of what you did up here. So here we selected the skin, your outside node is going to select the background. Okay, so when I come to the skin now, I can go to my vectorscope. Now, what does vectorscope do? Vectorscope helps us to make sure that our skin tone is on the right line. So we make sure that our skin tone is always falling on this line. So go to our U versus U. I'm gonna pick the skin tone. Now, if you can see the exact point, you can come here, okay, and click display qualifier focus. Okay, mine was already turned on before. So once you come over here, you can now see where your skin tone actually lies. So yeah, I can bring this down to make sure it's just on the line, and yeah, that looks good. I'm just going to extend this so it covers more region somewhere there. Yep, so before and after, it falls directly on the line, and that's that. So density, we also use HSV. So the way we did it before, color space, HSV, turn it on, go to your channels, turn off channel 1 and turn off channel 3. Then we'll go to our primary color wheels, but this time, instead of increasing the whole gain, we're just going to increase the green slider on the gain just to add more density. Okay, so just increase the green. Now this is going to affect majorly the skin tones, and it affects everything, but it just gives it more depth. So increase that fairly. Density done. Now this is where the source comes in. This is where you actually stylize this footage to what you want. So here we make all the adjustments. So you can choose to create more parallel nodes. To create a parallel node, you just click on option P or alternate P. What does parallel nodes do? Parallel nodes helps us to merge a couple of nodes and gives us one output. So what does this do? A serial node builds on the previous nodes. White balance builds on exposure, contrast builds on white balance, saturation builds on everything below. That's how it works. But parallel nodes, each of these would feed on the previous node individually. So this will take this as an individual node, this one too, we'll take this as an individual node, but it will all be combined to give us one output. So that's basically what our parallel node is used for. So when we come to our parallel node now, we want to make some adjustment. Like now, I want this grain to be a bit less saturated. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to name these grains. So I want it to be less saturated. I'm going to come down here and just reduce the grains. Take the grains down. I don't want it to be so saturated. Okay, take the grains down. That's the first thing that I want to do here. Also, my hue of the grains, I'm going to bring it, I think I want it to be somewhere around there is fine. Good. The next thing I want to do is I want to add a vignette around it. Okay, I'm going to come here. Just going to add a vignette around it. Okay, extend this part a bit. All right, so I'm going to change the selection. Good. I'm trying to push gamma down slightly there. Okay, next thing I want to do now is I want to add some bit of blues on my dark areas. So I'll use my HDR just on the dark. I want to add some bit of blues just to make our skin pop more. Just slightly bit of blues there, and yeah, for now that's all. I wouldn't do more than this for this. So this all blends to give us what we have here. Okay, now let's go to our tone curve. Using the tone curve now, I'm going to name it tone curve. Okay, come down here. Now I want to add a bit of grains too to my shadows. I'm going to turn off my editable sprites. A bit of grains to my shadows also, just slightly down there. Good. Then I just want to mark the space back up because I don't want it to affect the rest places. Just here, this is where I want it to affect. Just slightly, a little bit of grains. Yep. Now there is one trick that I've learned, and this always works. Let's work on the skin individually, or rather let's work on the skin separately. So this trick works like this. We're just going to do the same thing we did for the skin before, but this time we want to just affect the softness and the brightness of the skin. We're going to create a serial node and also create an outside node after that. So it comes like this. Okay, let's shift this, let's take this out this way. Okay, so this is what I want to do. Yep, so I'm going to name this skin glow. Good. Yeah, I'm going to select the skin once again. Remember, to get this selection is Shift H. Okay, make sure you know that. All right, now I've selected the skin. I'll go to, let me bring this here. Okay, I'll go to my FX. Then I want to add a glow to this. Okay, add glow to the top skin. Good. Now to help yourself see better, I'm just going to bring this threshold down by a lot, so we can see where we are affecting. All right, then I'll spread, take it to a reasonable area that you just want to select. I think somewhere around here is fine. I'm going to bring down my gamma so it's not so much. Then saturation for this, I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to take almost everything down. All right, or let's just put a bit of it, just slightly. Remember, I want to add this glow to just her skin to give her this, this feeling of, glow, this soft skin. That's what I'm trying to achieve here. So yep, maybe I would bring this down there too. All right, now that we're good with what we have, then we're going to increase our shine threshold back so it's not so intense. So somewhere around there, perfect. For now, if you notice, it just affects just the skin. Okay, just the skin. Now next thing I want to do is I want to also soften this skin. So I will also come down here to my primary color wheels, then soften the details a bit, just slightly. It'll be like around there. I think the shine is looking a bit too much. Let me bring it down a bit. Okay, bring it somewhere there. All right, so now we just gave this a shine. Now if you notice, I didn't add any LUTs because it was intentional. I want us to build this whole look from scratch. Okay, so this is something that you can easily just pull off any day, and you know it looks good. I'm going to add some bit of sharpening by coming to our blur, and I'll bring this down, just put it around 0.48. You ideally do not want to take it less than this, or 0.47 in extreme cases. All right, so now that is done. This is an easy look that you can always pull off without any LUTs or trying to tweak anything. Okay, this is a very quick and easy look that just works. Now looking at this look, I want to add a bit of contrast. So I'll go back to my contrast. So I want to add more contrast. Okay, just more contrast down here. I'm going to turn on my editable splines once again. So I want to add a bit more. Good. Now go back to my exposure and just increase the gamma, which is the midtones area, just slightly. Yep, this is an easy way to get perfect skin tones, glowing skin tones, and that wraps it up. If you did enjoy this video, please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. That would help us keep this channel running, and the link to the Powergrade is in the description, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you.